It was Saturday morning. James was walking home from the market. He had just bought bread and beans for his mother. On the way home, he saw something shiny on the ground. It was money. A new 500 naira note. It was folded and placed neatly on the dusty roadside. James looked around. Nobody was close. He bent down slowly, looked again, and picked the money. The moment he picked it, a light breeze passed by. He didn't care. He just smiled and added it to his pocket. As he walked home, he felt strange. His head felt light. His feet became weak. His hands started shaking, but he kept moving. James reached home, gave his mother the food, and went to his room to lie down. He didn't tell anyone about the money. In the night, he woke up sweating. He couldn't move his legs. He called for his mother, but no sound came out of his mouth. That was just the beginning. That night, after James fell back asleep, he saw a dream. In the dream, he was back on the road where he found the money. This time, a woman in red stood beside the money. She didn't have eyes. Her face was empty. She pointed at James and said, "You took what was not yours. You owe now." James screamed in the dream. He woke up and found himself crying. His bed was wet with sweat. He tried to stand, but still couldn't feel his legs. His mother came in, worried. She called their pastor. The pastor came and prayed. Then he asked James, "Did you collect anything strange today?" James shook his head. Then he remembered the money. He slowly said, "I picked 500 naira from the road." The pastor's eyes widened. He said, "That is not normal money. You picked a sacrifice." James didn't understand. "What kind of sacrifice?" he asked. The pastor replied, "Some people drop cursed money for spiritual exchange. Whoever picks it will carry their problem." James started crying. His mother too. The pastor stood and said, "We must act fast before the spirit returns again." That night, the pastor stayed in their house. He prayed with them. He anointed James with oil. He told everyone to stay awake and not sleep. At 2 a.m., the house got cold. The windows shook. The candle went off on its own. The pastor shouted, "It is here!" Suddenly, James screamed and his body lifted from the bed. His mother fell on her knees and cried. The pastor held James down and prayed hard. James's eyes turned white. His lips moved, but it was not his voice. The spirit inside James spoke. "He took what was mine. Now I take him." The pastor replied, "You have no right over him. He did not know." The spirit laughed. It said, "Many don't know, but they still pay." The pastor shouted, "Leave him now!" James fell back on the bed. He stopped moving. For a minute, he looked dead. Then he coughed and opened his eyes. He whispered, "She said she's coming back." The pastor said, "This is deeper than I thought. We must return the money to where it was picked." In the morning, the pastor, James, and his mother went back to the roadside. The pastor carried the 500 naira note inside a black nylon bag. James was quiet. He didn't want to go. But the pastor said it was the only way. When they got to the spot, the pastor told James to point where he picked the money. James showed the spot. The pastor said a short prayer and placed the bag back on the ground. Suddenly, a man selling oranges nearby shouted, "Don't put that thing there! That is where my brother died!" The pastor turned to the man. "What do you mean?" The man said, "My brother also picked money here 2 months ago. That same night, he went mad and died." James's mother started crying again. The pastor said, "That confirms it. The place is cursed. The money is bait for evil exchange." They all left the place quietly. The pastor warned James, "If you ever see anything on the ground again, ask God first. Not everything free is good." James got better. His legs worked again. The pastor continued to visit them for prayers, but James was not the same. He kept having dreams, not every night, but sometimes. The woman in red still showed up. She would just stand and watch him, not speaking, just watching. James changed completely. He stopped going out unless necessary. He avoided walking alone. He always looked down when walking, but never picked anything again. One day, a small boy in the area picked 200 naira near a gutter That night, he started shouting,
"Leave me! Don't take me!"
and ran into the street. People said it was just madness, but James knew better. He looked at his mother and said, "They are still dropping the money, looking for who will pick next." Then he looked at the camera and said, "If you ever see money on the ground, leave it. It's not worth your life." The end.
Thank you for watching the video to the end. If you find this video interesting, do well to hit the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell for new stories.